Brought him here for this reason, his ability to score that backcourt in bunches. Confidence, extreme confidence. LeBron patient, waits, allows him to get to his spot. Nobody running to him. That's too late. Got to do a better job in transition defensively.
Time for tonight's Fresh Take, brought to you by Subway. It's been an historical, wonderful year for the Toronto Raptors in this beautiful country. Of course, it's known for hockey, but this year, none of the hockey teams from Canada made the NHL playoffs. First time since 1970. So the Raptors really the only game in town. Of course, the Vancouver Grizzlies long gone. And we, the North, have been the rallying cry, and it's taken them all the way to their very first ever.
Well, he snakes back, good hesitation, and then off the dribble, left-hand scoop, a thing of beauty. And DeMar DeRozan using his size and footwork to create a basket in the paint.
Welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals from Toronto. Game 4 is going to be Monday night, and then if necessary, series will shift back to Cleveland for Game 5 Wednesday. All games on ESPN, and tip-offs shortly after 8:30 Eastern Time. As the Cavs will inbound. Found Biyombo, trying to get it, knocked it loose. DeRozan has it, just gets it off in time, and he puts it in! It was very close. They'll review it as DeRozan threw it up just as the shot clock expired. How about the hustle from Biyombo? He's had 9 rebounds the first 2 games. He had 10 in the first quarter. Let's see DeRozan get it off in time. No. They're going to wave that one off. They call it good on the floor, but the ball clearly in his hands. Still overall. They're going to call it the act of shooting as Joseph picks up his first foul.
Shumpin left Joseph, leaving Richard Jefferson on him. Veteran with a lot of miles. Joseph does a very good job of attacking him and getting to his spot.
That's the scene of the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, a viewing party for the Cavs fans while their team is on the road. That road will continue on Monday as the conference finals will have Game 4 from just outside, or actually inside, Air Canada Center. This is just outside the area known as Jurassic Park. Boy, is it packed all the way down the street. Meanwhile, tonight's excitement is brought to you by Nissan from long distance.
Yeah, the Raptors 6 for 13 from 3. And it all starts with getting the ball into the paint first. They're a good drive and kick. Off the offensive rebound, Corey Joseph hits Kyle Lowry, and then Kyle Lowry gets into the paint and kicks it to James Johnson for the 3. You've got to attack the paint.
Hitting that shot.
He's under control. LeBron has him. Shumpin falls asleep. That's Poole. 3-ball, corner pocket.
Tonight, the NBA Conference Finals get underway.
Fixing up a car, driving it again, searching for the water, hoping for the rain, up and up, up and up.
Kyrie Irving behind the back at the top of the lane and skates down the right side. Final seconds of the half. There's Curry. Yes!
Westbrook to steal. Knifes back, thunders down, a two-hand dunk.
LeBron blows past Hero. Oh, he put that going down and gets fouled. Oh, my.
What a spectacular move. How did this go in?
Fixing up a car, driving it again, when you're in pain, when you think you had enough. Don't ever give up. Don't ever give up.
Let's take a look now at who is bringing it home, brought to you by Quicken Loans Arena. Jeff?
Well, listen, Kyle Lowry got off to a terrific start. From behind the three-point line, he took it to the hoop. But the downturn started with a bad offensive foul call, a poor choice to reach, and a flop by James. And we talk a lot about the last 2-minute reports that the league sends out, but that insinuates that the last 2 minutes are more important than the other 46. It's just not true. This could have a very adverse effect.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. For game-changing performance in your lane, choose Goodyear tires. Goodyear, more driven. Speaking of driven, Bismack Biyombo, he's the subject of tonight's Miller Time Moment, brought to you by Miller Lite.
Flat out getting it done. Says that Kyrie Irving looks like he has an easy one. Get it out of here. Not on my watch. Big time play on the defensive end. Protecting the rim, protecting the paint, keeping the ball alive, and then tribute to Dikembe Mutombo, the Hall of Famer. You've earned that right. I apologize. I was wrong. And then moving the basketball in half-court sets. Quality offense and the crowd watching, going crazy.
Well, tonight, it's a beautiful night out there. It's a gorgeous night to be out there. But those fans, they're out there when the temperatures were in the 30s. There was one game it was raining all night. James, a three. Drills it. LeBron James from downtown. Crowd obviously doesn't like the call.
Well, it's clearly a contact. You see that left hand right away goes to his body. You don't want the foul. You got to go straight up with both hands according to the rules.
That's a good block.
You don't follow the rules.
The NBA Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN, presented by Verizon, is brought to you by America's Navy. Disney Pixar's Finding Dory, in theaters in 3D June 17th. And the new Gillette Pro Shield with lubrication before and after the blades. Shields while you shave.
Time for tonight's Corona Extra performers. A lot of those here in Game 3.
Multiple epic plays for Toronto. We didn't see this in games 1 and 2. Closeouts. You see, stop the penetration. Okay, what are you going to do? You're going to close out to the body of the shooters. Great job. Second one, third one. That's 3 closeouts. Outstanding closeouts in one possession. So you can do it if you want it bad enough.
James will go to the free throw line.
Spreads the floor, and as Mark said earlier, no hesitation to shoot multiple three-pointers. He knows what his game is for this team. Planting himself behind the three-point line, knocking it in with a quick release.
Tomorrow night, Sunday Night Baseball. Cubs and the Giants from San Francisco. Our coverage begins at 8 Eastern on ESPN. Meanwhile, J.R. Smith, who's been shooting 49% from 3 in the playoffs, say on the floor. And we'll take a break with 2:40 remaining here in the third. The big three has been sensational for the Cavs, but not tonight. Both of them shooting a combined 4 for 22. And the Raptors lead by 7.
It's the DeMar DeRozan show. High isolation, getting to his spot. Tough runner in the paint. And then you got to go in as a scorer. They don't help. This is one-on-one defense. That's good defense by J.R. Smith. Just better offense by DeRozan. Has it going. 12 for 20. Look at that shot chart.
DeRozan during the regular season, 8th leading scorer in the NBA in points per game average. He's still just 26 years old. He's just spent his entire career. Final seconds, third quarter. Joseph pulls back, puts up a three. Bang! Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. For game-changing performance in your lane, choose Goodyear tires. Goodyear, more driven. here in Toronto. The Cavs, a couple of the big three struggling.
Yeah, Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, a combined 4 for 27. And some of these shots are just very well defended. Some are makeable on both of their parts. I like the post defense. That's a tougher shot, but he's capable of making it. Good second effort by Scola there. And then this is what we've seen Kevin Love knock down time and again so far in the playoffs. Both of them are just in an offensive struggle here tonight.
Past the midway point of the fourth, the Raptors hanging on to this 10-point lead.
The NBA Eastern Conference Finals on ESPN is presented by Verizon. Join a better network because better matters. And in part by Taco Bell's Beefy Crunch and Cheesy Double Beef Burritos. And the Ford F-150. Every other truck is history.
Welcome back to the Eastern Conference Finals presented by Horizon. The Raptors fans, as always, in that area outside Air Canada Center known as Jurassic Park. A little tense right now, but their team playing great basketball.
And it's the big fella setting the tone, his presence in the paint, altering shots, rebounding the basketball, pursuing the basketball on the boards. Great job of, again, bodying Tristan Thompson, pursuing. How about pick and roll defense? You can contain the basketball, protect the paint, get rebound. How about not getting out of the picture, getting back into the picture, changing shots? 23 big rebounds, a franchise record for the big fella.
As we said, from the Democratic Republic of Congo, one of the world's poorest countries.
And again, it's the attention paid to the backcourt. This time DeRozan, you see the bodies in blue on him, leaving the big fella all open by himself. Not just inside, but there's a party going on the outside. Raptors rolling. Joseph gets it done on the defensive end, and then offensively pulls a Kyrie on Kyrie. Little excuse me contact, elevates, beautiful rainbow jump shot.